to share the knowledge that I have. So now we're actually, now since we got the microphone working and everything else is happening, let's get into the subject. So when we talk about love, it's not about what another person is going to give you, but more in what you have to offer to the world, not what the others can offer you. This is the thing you have to be very, very careful about. A lot of time we talk about, you know, I want this from someone else, I want this, I want that. And at the end of it, we never ask ourselves, what can we give to another person? What have we to offer into the world? Like, for instance, when people go to church or temple, they go and ask the goddess, you know, please, God, goddess, whoever they go and worship, can you please give me this? You know, I would do 30 days of some 30 days of fasting or penance or whatever it is. If you give me, if you let, you know, bless me with good marks or bless me with money or free me from the illness. Now, in all of this, we create the situation for us. It's not a question of how educated you are, what you know, what you have learned, but who you are. What do you have to offer? It's the most important thing. Same thing is with love. When you offer something to somebody, the pleasure of offering comes from you, not the other person. The pleasure of offering comes from you. So you have to work out what are the most important ingredients for you. What do you enjoy most? What do you like someone to be able to give you is what you actually have to give to the other, so that the other can enjoy what you give, to give it back, to share the same way. You see, nobody knows what you want. If you tell someone, I want you to do this for me, they don't feel that happy doing it. But if you show people what you like, then they will want to do the same thing for you. Okay, then you have, but make sure that you don't spoil them either. That doesn't mean if you want to express your love, that you get someone who keeps taking but not give anything back to you. It takes two to tango, okay? So each one has to take their own steps towards a good relationship. But to have a good relationship, the beginning step is your body ready to receive or give? A lot of people are not ready to receive or give. So that clarity has to be there, the inner strength has to be there. For a person to have a successful relationship, it takes a lot of inner strength. It doesn't come, you know, it just doesn't, is not there. Because in today's society, we are in a taking society. We need, everything is a price. There's no more barter, it's no more, you know, sharing, but more, okay, I have this offer, what have you got to offer? It's all like, it's like a financial transaction between two people. We don't want that type of transaction. We want to go beyond. We want to bring a new race into this world. We want to travel in this life in a more positive way. Okay, in the sense that we want to have we want to bring out a better society. Okay, in a relationship, the minute you decide to live together, you're thinking in terms of a family. Whether it's two of you or another one come third or fourth, whatever it is, to have children in this world, you're responsible for the new generation to come. So in this making love, in this process of love making and being together, it's not about sex, okay? It's not about how good gymnast you are in having sex. It's how gentle, how energetic expression you have. Your energetic expression is more important than your physical expression. Your physical expression has a limit. Okay, then there is a time in your life, like when you come to my age, you can't be exerting you can't do a lot of gymnastics. Not all of people my age, but most people my age cannot do gymnastics. So what is the other essence of making love that doesn't need gymnasm? But actually that the other aspect of love is the one that actually gives you that inner strength, that beauty, that orgasm that comes through your spine rather than your genitals. Genitals orgasm is not orgasm. It's a tickle. A tickle that lasts 2 hours, maybe 20 minutes, may last 2 hours. I'm talking about an orgasm that lasts days and months and years. That every time you feel that love energy coming through you, you feel the orgasmic energy coming through. You listen to music of your choice, you get the orgasm that starts from your genitals and move upwards, because you have activated the energy of your second chakra, which is very powerful, potentially. When you listen to the voice of your lover, you feel the same thing. Okay, the question is this: what degree of life you want, what quality of life you want, what degree of orgasm you want to experience every day. You can do it by doing mantras. You can do it by making love. Making love in a form of worship. I'm not talking about making love where you sit down and work out how to touch each other, how to massage each other, because you make love the moment you open your eyes. When you see your partner, you feel that inner beauty, that joy of being together with someone. And that joy is expressed in your softness, not in your aggression. Then you softly wake your partner up, or or get up without disturbing your partner. Whatever, depends what the need of the moment is. But if you can wake your partner gently and you can enjoy that gentleness together, it's a lot more fun. If you cannot, it's okay as well. But the principle number one is how you enjoy that connection. Now, what makes you have this power? Now, this power comes from total sadhana. The first thing is to get to the stage of enjoying maituna, or relationship, which is, when you have, a lot of you have Shiva, Shakti sitting on Shiva, which means Shakti is sitting on Shiva's second chakra. And can your two second chakras, two spirits, meet at a nice point and feel that energy movement without doing anything? just sitting still and meditating by, say, one person sitting on top of the other person on the second chakra, which means over the genitals. And you can feel the energy moving without any movement. And that's when you're starting on that journey of Maituna. Maituna is not about, this is where it's very, be it Indian, be it Westerners, be it anywhere, they misinterpret the image of Shiva and Shakti or the Shiva Lingam, everything they misinterpret. So there is a group that misinterpret it in terms of how much satisfaction they get. They can use it for sex, or they can use it for the spirit journey, the union of the spirits. The union of the spirits is the most powerful. Okay, here I can teach you what you can do to find the unit of the spirit between two people. But in the real essence, you have to come to me, because it's very difficult to teach it online, and it shouldn't be taught. I shouldn't give you instruction online without watching you doing it and making sure that you're doing it the right way and not abusing it. You see, Tantra is a unique science. It's a science that can give you a lot of power, or it can also allow you to abuse others, and it can be very dangerous. So the teaching going into the wrong hands is not very nice. There are very few people that have actually learned it and understood the degree of or the power it has. They've always you see, one stage when I was teaching it all through Italy and the States, they took it as a healing thing. And the one that actually experienced the most powerful experience with me, she doesn't even, she's given me a beautiful testimonial, but she doesn't practice it because they don't understand the depth of the work. They take it to the limited scale. Okay, when I'm with Sri Param, I experience it. Maybe I can't experience it when I'm on my own. And that is not true. I have students that experience it just doing online with me. I have one student who now I only meet once a month. Okay, instead of meeting him every week. And then other students that are doing very well, they're growing. I can see that. It takes a lot to change, a lot to grow. Because we have also gone through a lot, like a lot of people have gone through, from childhood, where the parents are not together in a loving manner. They're fighting all the time, or parents are cruel to the children. They're not actually cruel to the children. They're not trained to bring up children. So they think they own you. You're their daughter or you're their son. They don't see themselves as caretakers, caregivers, who are responsible for the good of the child. They see themselves as parents. Okay, you have to do what I ask you to do. You have to do it the way I tell you to do it. Instead of asking the child, what would you like to do? How would you like to do it? Like trying to encourage the child to expand and to grow. You put things in their hands. For them, they have the choice. If they don't grow, that's their choice. It's not something that you decided. You did your part. Can you give me a second? Yeah, now it might be a bit brighter. So you have to remember that you have to grow to be able to be a good, like women who are here today, to be a good first guru, you have to have grace in you. The quality of grace should be your personality, where you feel that you have the power to understand and do things with the child. Okay? Now, and you got to also give up what has been done to you in your past. Now, I'm trying to read something. So, being conscious is one thing. To be conscious and to have the power of consciousness, to be able to deliver that attitude in life, where you have to reprogram the programs that you have in your brain, but not so much also your brain, but within yourself as well. And that is where the first goddess that I always like to work with is Mother Kali. So I take her as my first goddess every time. I mean, other than Lord Ganesh, you never do any mantras without Lord Ganesh, because you get rid of the cobwebs in your spine. Now, on Facebook and YouTube, I posted the mantra for Ganesh, and I also posted a mantra for Annapurni, the goddess of food, because a lot of us have to learn to respect the food that we have, and we have to learn to respect everything we get from this world. The world doesn't owe you a living, okay? You have to make your own. You have to find a way to live in this world. You're given the tools in terms of a body, mind, and spirit. Okay, as long as you have all of them functioning, then you're responsible to take care of yourself. So you have to look at how receptive people are to you, how you can make people want to do things with you. That's how you would be relevant in the world out there. So the fundamental point you have to start at is how you're going to reprogram every cell in your body. That is why I always say, now when you do mantras, you don't want to do mantras where you sound good. Like you go, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah Om. Or you go, Om Bhuhaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam. You know, like a lot of, when you hear this, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You know, the women in Hare Krishnas don't do much work in terms of mantras, but they live the life of what motherhood is all about. And you find that they look beautiful, they look gorgeous, they look divine. Whereas the guys who sit down and do mantras every minute of the day, they look terrible. Not all of them, but some of them look good. Because the thing is that they're not actually praying to Lord. I mean, they're just doing the mantras because they have to do the mantras. The essence of doing the mantras, you go, Om Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, you don't want to do it fast because it's not important how many mantras you do. It's important how far the sound travels into your body and then reprograms yourself. How deep the mantras can go within your body. Because right to your toe, okay, now we talk about women. Women are given the best that nature can provide. Because of motherhood, remember this, it's because of motherhood. Your role is the role of a first guru. You're meant to be, your responsibility for the future of the generation depends on you. You're responsible for them. So in the old days, from the very childhood, they train so that when they come of age, they're ready to serve humanity. Today's world is the opposite. Even when you're making love, you offer your body to make sure that you can sustain a relationship. You don't sit down and say, okay, I want to know you. Let us know each other and take our time to know each other before we actually get into a relationship. Okay, now, the minute you want to sleep with someone or go to bed, why would you want to go to bed? Okay, there are only two reasons you can go to bed with each other. If you want to be a spiritual person, okay? One is to experience your energy and move the energy. You want to connect, you want to, what I call sexual union. You want to experience sexual union. You want to experience two spirits connecting to each other. Not by how many hours you do gymnastics together, but how many hours can you sit together. And how the energy, how the orgasm takes place because you are totally in love with each other. You're not in need of each other. You know, a lot of love, as they call it, is actually, instead of saying, I love you, you should say, I need you. Because the need factor overrides the love factor. So you compromise. They call it, I live in an open relationship. Which means if I'm not happy with my partner today, I can go and find something else outside. There's no such thing as open partnership. There's an understanding partnership. There's a spiritual partnership where two people have the freedom to express themselves with each other. It is already difficult for two people to express themselves with each other, with respect and love, and enjoy that stillness and energy flow. So imagine going to another person. It's not how many people you can sleep to find that energetic feel, but whether you can be with one person and keep loving them. For me, it doesn't matter what you give me or what you don't give me. My enjoyment is to love you and enjoy loving you. Be it my wife, be it you, be it anyone, my students, everyone. For me, that love connection between me and the other is more important than anything else. And in that love connection is when then I can connect with my students in spirit. And if they have the same connection with me, they can experience me when they're doing mantras, when they're in their daily life. Whenever there is a question, they have to, when there is a question, they ask themselves, am I doing this right? I would appear straight in their mind. And that would give them the strength. That is why you take a spiritual teacher as a mentor. Unfortunately, again, in today's world, either they don't do any spirituality, or if they do spirituality, they go to a guru and they want to hang around the guru so that the guru takes on the responsibility and they can do whatever they want to in the name of spirituality. You can't be in spirituality. You have to become that spirituality. The spirit in you has to awaken. So when you talk about making love, you talk about being happy, using your partnership with somebody else to make you grow spiritually. You need that. You need maitana. You need the attribute of maitana when you can experience sexual union with someone. If you cannot experience sexual union with someone, then you stay alone. But that means, again, you stay alone, you practice alone, and you make sure that you know the divine on your own. The easier way is to be it with your partner. Be it with someone. Okay? That would take you beyond your limitation. That would take you to a space which is beyond everything. Then you get into the stillness and you see two spirits coming together. Okay, when you talk about two spirits coming together, you talk about how you're going to bring the unity together. So you need inner prosperity. So you have Lord Ganesh. In all the practices in the world, you need mantras. Because the mantras are the ones that create the rhythm in your body. First, you want to get rid of the memories, cellular memories in your body that is associated with stress, anger, hatred, jealousy, whatever. All the qualities that are not serving humanity, it's inside yourself. That is why 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 women have either, breast cancer or some form of problems. Okay, either breast cancer or the cancer in the uterus or fibroids or whatever. There's so many, hundreds of them. And women get it because they are born, their body is born sensitive. As much as your body is, to awaken Kundalini in your body is a lot easier. In my experience, some of them within a few days, some of them within a month, 30 days. Their energy can arise, can wake up and can start moving in a very gentle way. Okay, I mean, every time they go into meditation, they go deep into it. And for some, it might take a lot longer, especially the stubborn and arrogant. I mean, when they come to me, they're not stubborn. They're still stubborn, but they're not arrogant. But the stubbornness and this, that it's very difficult to move the energy. They can experience the energy, but they can't consistently sustain it. So you have to surrender. You have to give up your ego. You have to give up everything. And then you come and you will learn a lot. And the other part is, like, I have a lot of people who register in the school of Hindu Tantra, but they don't want to pay for it. So they only read whatever is free. I mean, which is crazy. I have a course that is for women I have a Maituna course, I have a Yoni healing course, and I have one on Sacred Womb. Sacred Womb is for women that want to actually learn how to transform their life and also teach the art. Because transforming your life is one thing, teaching the art is another thing. Now, when you want to teach, you can't just go and teach them, whether it's about sex or whether it's about anything. In the West, they do it, with reading books. They learn psychology a bit, they learn a bit of this, a little bit of that, they put everything together in a nice soup and then expect to teach that. It's like offering soup to everybody. To transform our life, to learn how to live in this world, to learn how to live with our body, to learn how to live with our spirit and allow our spirit to express itself, we need inner strength. We need inner divinity. We need to know what our impulse is. I mean, from time to time, I'm still looking at my chart and to remind me what my impulse is. And to remind me whether I'm within, whether there are forces outside of me disturbing my impulse. When I have students, I look at their chart quite regularly. Every time I think, okay, what is she doing or what is he saying? Then I go back to the chart to know why they behave that way. Then I would be able to help them better. So if you want to be a good teacher, you have to learn astrology. Then you have to learn how to breathe. Which nostril to breathe, how to breathe, how to do pranayama, which I'll be doing it as we go along. I mean, there are things that you have to learn. And the course on for women, it's got the whole complete thing. And it's only 54 a month. And it's a 2-year course. And at the end of it, you will be satisfied. If you can finish all of that and listen to all my tapes, you will be good enough to teach people this art. But if you come to me and spend a month with me after having done the whole course, or actually you can't wait till after that because I'm 78, so by the time you finish the whole course, I'll be 82, 81. So I don't know whether, I think I'll still have the strength because it needs a lot of, it's a yogic journey. You have to learn the yoga of love, where you learn how to love each other or at the spirit level. Those who study with me, they have the chart that I share with only those who actually study with me, one-to-one, or they come to a workshop where there's a chart that they can follow to know how the energy pocket, how each chakra can be activated, what are the triangles for each chakra, and how to activate them. That I would never teach in one of this on our Saturday meetings, because that one you have to learn only unless you're my student, private student, and you will learn the second step, which is very important, how to actually awaken Kundalini energy in the most safest and most softest manner by gradually cleansing each chakra. So when you cleanse the chakra, the energy pockets opens up again. So it's like opening the lotus bit by bit. Instead of opening it up in a hurry, like pushing the mother Kundalini to go up in a hurry, and she hits through all the chakras, but you may end up mad, or you may have migraine, headaches, backaches, So many complaints I've heard of people, or they get more, they feel as though they're schizophrenic. They don't know whether they go for walkabouts, and in Aboriginal language is walkabout. They go walkabout, they don't know where they are, what they're doing, and then they come back. Happens very often during the full moon, especially around Easter time. So we don't want that. So you want your spirit to get more and more energized so that it starts moving. And you want to feel the orgasm, unfortunately, the spiritual bliss, which everybody calls orgasm, so I call it orgasm as well. You want to feel the spiritual bliss, the energy running through your spine. And I think someone here in the group started experiencing that energy with doing mantras. Okay? So that you need to do mantras. Now, let us again today do 2 mantras, okay? One is for Lord Ganesh and one is for Mother Kali. Now, those of you who follow me on Facebook will find the mantras that I'll be posting mantras every so often, and they would be available, and then you can learn from how to do it by listening to them. But it's still, this on that you will learn how to do it, but you don't have me watching you and correcting you as you're doing it. Yes, I know you definitely experience it. Okay, so now Ganesh Mantra. You see, when I go Om Shrim Hrim Klim Glam Gan Ganapadaye Namaha Om. I suppose you want me to share the mantra again, the wordings again. Now, it'll be good those who come regularly to copy this and keep them. So then you go Om Shrim Hrim Klim Glam Gang Ganapadaye Namaha Om. Om Shrim Hrim Klim Glam Gang Ganapadaye Namaha Om. Om Shrim Hrim Klim Glam Gang Ganapadaye Namaha Om. When you're doing this sound, keep doing it till you can feel it in your spine. If you don't feel it in your spine, if you don't feel it traveling down your spine, you're not doing anything. Okay, that means you're not doing the mantra properly, and you're not going to get anything other than the joy of having done mantras. So you can tell everybody you're on a spiritual journey. This is not about telling everybody you're on a spiritual journey. This is about you knowing your own spirit. It doesn't matter whether what people think about you, is what you think about yourself. How well you dance with your own spirit. You're alone, you came to this world alone, you cry alone. When you laugh, the world laughs with you. And when you die alone too. So you're alone here in this world. And while you're here, you want to make sure that everything that you do serves your spiritual growth, serves you towards your spirit. So the next person you want to always keep in your life is Mother Kali. Because what she does is that your first and most dangerous thing is your tongue, how you speak. So your throat chakra gets affected by how you speak. Now, it doesn't only do to your throat chakra. It goes into your heart chakra and puts a clouds around your heart, which means you don't feel love very easily. And then it goes to your navel chakra, where actually that feeling you say about love doesn't even travel to your navel, because the navel is always congested with a lot more emotional memories, because that's your storage house. It stores closer to where your spirit is. You see, that's the umbilical cord is where you got all the information that came in to this world when you came into this world, and also whatever information that needs to be stored when you leave this world, because your karma goes with you. So you don't escape from your karma. In the next life, you have to carry on from where you left. Okay, if you're fortunate, you get to know the spirit before you start working on your spirit, before you're old enough to get spoiled. Otherwise, you go through all the trouble, and at 30 or 40, you might get started again. And then you find that the journey is a lot more harder. Because if you keep doing your spiritual practice, it doesn't matter whether you go in and out of it. But you always have to come back to it. Then you find that your strength is always there. So Mother Kali helps you get rid of that blocks you in your throat chakra, opens up your heart chakra, and gets rid of your past karma and the present karma that you lodge in your navel chakra. Okay? So you go, Kareem. The word Kareem has to be strong because it has to resonate in your throat and goes down. Okay? So you go, Kareem, Kareem, Kareem. Then you go, Hirim. You take the sound to the heart. Hirim. Then you go, hum, hum. That's the sound that goes to the navel. Dakshani Kalike Kreem 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 Hum Hum Swaha Kareem, Krim, 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 Hum, Dakshani Kalike, Krim, 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 Swaha. Then who goes well with Kali is when you also have Kamlamika down there. Because Kamlamika gives you, after you've got rid of the demons, okay, then you call upon Kamlamika to give you that feeling of inner prosperity. Her mantra is very Shrim, Hrim. The sound has to all go to the heart. So you go Shrim, Hrim, Shrim. I'm Kamlamika Swaha. Shrim, Hrim, Shrim. I'm Kamlamika Swaha. Shrim, Hrim, Shrim. I'm Kamlamika Swaha. Now, then you need, with her comes, you see, this is all not like it's arranged within the Mahavidya goddesses. If you look at lineup according to the books, you find that Matanji comes before Kamlamika. But now what I'm doing is Kali, Kamlamika, and then Matanji. Because Matanji, then when you have the feeling of inner goodness, then you want to have the wisdom to live that journey, to feel the power of that journey. Then you go, I'm Hrim, I'm Shrim, Srimatangeshwari Swaha. So you want the sound to go from the third eye to the heart chakra, okay? I'm Hrim, I'm Shrim, Srimatangeshwari Swaha. I'm Hrim, I'm Shrim, Srimatangeshwari Swaha. Now you must notice one thing. When I do the mantras for Kamlamika, I want the sound to travel to my heart. So I go instead of going because I want the sound to travel down. I go Hirim, Shirim. Whereas with Matanji, I go, I'm. So the AI is short and the M is long. The HR is short, HRI is short, the M is long. The other one, they're slightly longer in each one of them. So you got to be very careful, like to notice that when you want to take the sound down to your heart, you need a bit more sound. You need the SHRI a bit longer. So you go, shreem. And then if you want the shreem to go down to your navel, you go, shreem. If you want it to go to the, say, if you want it to go into your ovaries, or your uterus, sorry, then you go, shreem. So each level you want the sound to travel, you have to sound. Now, let me remind you, to be a good lover, you have to reconnect with your spirit. You cannot reconnect with your spirit as long as you have cellular memories in your body that's not working for you. So in all of this journey, you need to clear your cellular memories. And the only thing that I know that is available is the sound of the goddesses. And in Tantra, it's still available. So you all have a choice, okay, to learn it. And it's here. I mean, this way, each week I'll give you something that you will learn from instead of coming to me. But if you want to really progress, then you need to learn how to do it, and I have to watch you do it. And that doesn't happen in this lessons. So think about what you want to do, but whatever you do, make sure you practice the mantras every day. This week you practice the 3 mantras, and you've listened to me, and I would be this video is also on YouTube, so you can go there and re-click and listen to me and work out how to do the mantras. So thank you for being here. Until next week, sweet dreams, and have good sadhana week. That the Mother bless you. I forgot to ask, have you all got any questions? My pleasure. Okay, thank you for being here again. Bye.